Joseph with the ball. Butler covering. Snell, no good. Chicago leading by 17. Wallace kicks to Spates. Wallace outside. From deep. It'll count. And the miss. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Bulls lead by 17. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Chicago with the ball, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Anderson is out there with Griffin, and it's Olynyk in at the 5.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one's pretty clear.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the second free throw, good. Griffin with the steal. Good.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Here's Wallace. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, no good for Wallace. Clippers trail by 21. Here's Redick. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. The Bulls have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's Wallace. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Paul dishes to Redick. Back to Paul. Puts it up from 17. Chicago grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. From outside the arc, that's good from Wallace on the assist from Hardaway. Wallace has got 13 points in just this quarter.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just...
We got to be more physical on defense.
Come on. Good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Chicago.
Rotate over and make your presence felt.
Wallace, the pass to Jordan.
He's so soft.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
So he comes up empty at the line. And Los Angeles guys shooting 57% in this fourth quarter. Picked by Griffin. Here's Redick. And Griffin slams it in.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Wallace against Paul. Wallace attacking. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. That one on Olynyk. The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. And it's blocked by Jordan. And now it's Wallace running. He can go all the way. Covington with the bucket. Covington's got 10 points in just the second half.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots. A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Olynyk, and it's off the back rim, no good.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Here's Wallace. His three-pointers off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Paul for three. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Wallace.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Here's Griffin. Chicago grabs the miss. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Covington's shot is off.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Here's Wallace. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Yep. He's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt about it.
Paul kicks to Anderson. Griffin dishes to Redick. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his 5th assist in this one. From deep, and again the triple from Holtz.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Olynyk, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're
I
right.
tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Here is Paul, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Got that one up quick. And it's 9 points for Kelly Olynyk.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well. You know, fellas, once he got into position under the boards, I mean, he wasn't letting anybody get around it.
And Redick kicks to Olynyk. That one wide left. Bull shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. From deep three-point range, and good, that three-point shot, good from Holtz.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
The shot's good from Paul.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Randolph, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Paul for 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Fades back. Wallace misses.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Griffin, and it's blocked by Jordan. The shot by Redick, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. And guys, you can go ahead and put game 1 in the record books. Exactly how they wanted to kick off this series against a tremendous opponent. Big win for the Bulls.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Now Paul, following the three-point attempt by Freak. Offside, Griffin. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. So Chicago going with an almost entire... And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. For Clark, Greg, and Dorse, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And coming up next, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
He was completely on a different level tonight, and his insane point total tells us that. Trust me, it's not easy to get that many points in this league, but he had their number tonight, and the coach did a great job of continuing running plays for him.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance, and what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And we hope you enjoyed tonight's game as much as we did, though that is doubtful. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, and we'll see you for more NBA Finals action coming up soon.